All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, the Cleveland Browns are more than happy to put last week behind them as it was tumultuous. The Browns lost last Sunday at home to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and then they found themselves after that loss in the basement of the difficult AFC North. We then saw Odell Beckham Sr. go to social media to let out his disgust about his son Odell Beckham Jr. not getting the football enough. And after OBJ and the Browns could not come to a resolution, the three-time Pro Bowler was released. And when the Browns needed unity, they got it today in a big way in a rousing 41-16 win on the road over the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, Cleveland set the tone early in this game with a 99-yard pick six by Denzel Ward. And most importantly, the Browns got their engine going as their offensive firepower was back, if you will, in running back Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb had 137 yards on the ground today, along with a pair of rushing touchdowns on just 14 carries. And it was all about balance for the Cleveland offense today as they ran the football 23 times compared to Baker Mayfield throwing it 21 times. And I've said it before, and I will continue to say it, that balance is the key for this offense, as Baker Mayfield is not a quarterback that you're going to rely on to throw the ball 40 or 50 times a game in order to win. So, you get Chubb back. The Browns are hopeful to get Kareem Hunt back soon, and that's only going to give their running game that much more strength. But on the flip side, this whole team played better. I mean, you look at the Browns defense, which was solid last week, but they really stepped up today. 5 sacks of Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow, with one and a half of those coming from Myles Garrett. And they also had 2 interceptions of Joe Burrow as well. And this was the formula for success that Cleveland rode to the playoffs last year. Their D is getting better, but also they ran the football effectively. And if the Browns are going to get back to the playoffs here for this season, they're going to have to do it again. The Browns needed this one. Last week was tough. This is a tightly contested division. It's going to be tightly contested all the way through the end of the regular season. I do see multiple teams more than likely making the playoffs out of this division. But the four combatants in here, they're going to beat each other up. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, the Bengals looked like gangbusters when they went on the road and obliterated the Baltimore Ravens. They came back to earth last week with an upset win on the road versus the New York Jets. And then, of course, they got the brakes beaten off of them today by Cleveland. Pittsburgh's been laying in the weeds, but they're sitting right there, and they have a chance to get their fifth win of the season tomorrow night should they beat the Chicago Bears at home. Cleveland got their fifth win today. And then, of course, Baltimore was able to escape at home in overtime today against the Minnesota Vikings. So this was a very important win for Cleveland. You look at next week, they're at New England. It's not going to be an easy game. The Patriots have a ton of momentum. And of course, Bill Belichick can always make life tough for a young opposing quarterback like Mayfield. Right after that, the Browns will host the Lions. And it's a game, you know what? I know at least to this point of the season, Detroit does not have a win. But you know what? You can never overlook the Lions on your schedule. And then after that, Cleveland's at Baltimore before they head into the bye. And that's going to be a huge game for both of these teams that are looking to keep their footing in the rugged AFC North. So it was a big win for the Cleveland Browns today. They got back to the basics, and let's see if they can build some momentum off of this victory. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take the time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you are on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin, signing off, saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.